Please. Please don't.
You belong to me.
Did you come here to pray for her?
You killed her.
Everything I've ever cared about is gone. You took it from me.
I freed you.
You belong to me.
Townspeople are dying.
Is Tamara here?
They've never killed our own before. After all these years, you're the only one that survived. Why?
You belong to me.
Does there have to be a why?
Please. Kill her.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where Nerds Rule the World, and I'm here with Courtney Solomon, one of the producers for the upcoming film, The Strangers Chapter 3. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time today. The Strangers Chapter 3 is a deviation. I think that's the easiest way to put that. It is a deviation from the original concept of Strangers. You sound like you have something to say there. What's on your mind?
Heather, I have lots to say. What was your question though? Tell me your question and I'll tell you what I have to say.
My big question is we saw the shift happen in chapter 2, of course. Like we were never going to keep the full original Stranger story. It had to change, it had to develop, it had to grow, or it wouldn't be something new and innovative, right?
Correct.
So,
it wouldn't be something new at all, right?
Exactly. So with that being said, this though seems like a hard right turn compared to what we've seen in the past. Why did y'all decide to do that?
Well, I mean, part A is what you just said. So we had to make a decision as to, something new, right? And look, I'll just be blunt. There's been I'm sure you appreciate that. There's been so much, like misinformation about what's going on here, and so much, frankly, hate. I'll just say it straight up, right? And I think part of that comes from not fully understanding like what we did. Like I'll give you an example. The original Strangers, we all loved it. I wouldn't have done 2.5, 3 years of our life working on this movie if we didn't love the original material in the first place. So let's start there. And for me personally, and I've seen it echoed by fans all over the place online, the original one gave us a shock in 2008 that we'd never experienced before. That was the first time for all of us, which is why people have all these fond memories of how they felt after they watched that movie and have so much strong opinions about it. But that specific thing can't be repeated. That's a simple way of saying is you're only a virgin once. Like that happened. Okay. And so like for us or anybody else to try to repeat that exact thing isn't going to happen. Then Prey of Night took a different approach, took those same Strangers, and they did a sort of 80s slashers flick, if you will. Okay. And that was fun. I like that. That was fun. In that one, 2 of the Strangers die, and one of them is at least burned beyond comprehension at the end of that movie. That's the original 2008 Strangers. Now we do a reboot. We decide we make an active decision. The first chapter is going to be a retelling of that story idea of the original one, just because that was so effective. We're not trying to make a better version of the original one. We're not trying to do anything like that. We're trying to introduce a new audience that was 3, maybe 5 years old and is now an active horror audience to the best introduction to a very scary home invasion story, okay? Updated for today's times. And then where do we go, as you said? And so where we decided to go was go down the road of a real final girl being stuck in this small town. Our setting's different, and these people continuing to go after her, and how that event over 4 days turned her potentially into a different person, realistically, with realistic beats, some of which may happen slower, some of which may seem ponderous, and then we did something else. We divided it into 3 chapters. And put them out. They were supposed to be every 3 months. We really wish that had happened, didn't. So it was the first one, 16 months, and now the second one is pretty close. The third one is pretty close to the second one. Thankfully, we're a bit back on track there. The audience, by doing that, doesn't get to appreciate that full arc we were creating, or that story we're telling, or be able to recall as watching it as one setting. Oh, this happened in 1, that happened in 2. Now I understand. That sort of thing. Some people who went on board with this loved it, and they're totally and so they've been okay with the separation. But I think the experiment of the chapters and then the big time in between also really hurt us. And it really hurt us in so much as, by the nature of that, it was one movie. Chapter 2, is an act 2 of a movie. So it doesn't have a proper ending. And that really pissed people off in chapter 2. And I read it everywhere. And I apologize for it. Like, we tried to break it in the best place that we could. But in the end, I think people were just like, well, now I'm kind of getting into this movie, even though there were parts maybe I didn't like or whatever else. And then you cut it off. So now I'm just super pissed off. I mean, I think it's just like a super simple reaction. And I understand it as a moviegoer. I understand it, right? But we went into this totally different direction because it stayed in the vein of the original Strangers. What I'll tell you is this third movie is much more, it's not trying to repeat the shock value of the original. It's trying to, show us these people as bad as they can be. They are still random act of violence killers. You will understand why we gave you a little backstory on our strangers in this town. But I just want to be clear. We didn't unmask the original Strangers. They're still who they were. We didn't touch them. I know ours wear the same masks. They are not the same people. I still don't know who those people are. You still don't know who those people are. That was always our intent.
Got it. Understood. All right. So to
Sorry,
the
it was a
internet
long
universe,
diatribe, but I was trying to cover a lot for you.
No, you're good. That's fine. So to the universe, that's the explanation. Let's get that out there. Let's clear things up.
Yeah.
Well, to go off, really short, quick question then. If you could, would you do like a marathon film? If you could, marathon series, if you could, like with Alamo or something, get all 3 of them on set at the same time?
So yeah, there's articles out there. So we made a supercut. We actually did the work, fully finished for a theatrical version, a 3-hour and 50-minute supercut, which has about 22 minutes at it. So also when you put it in the chapters, and we learned this along the way, by the way, when you put it in chapters, you have to get to 90 minutes on each chapter so they go out. So there's just sort of rules about that. I mean, you're supposed to. So there's like 20 odd minutes that have certain parts that I know a lot of people were like, what the hell is she doing? And I get it. Okay. So in the supercut, the first chapter is 22 minutes shorter. The second chapter is 20 minutes shorter. The third chapter is slightly different, and the whole film's reconfigured, but you watch the whole story straight through. And we're hoping to put that out in some point this year as a special sort of limited, maybe 1 week, 2 week release on, for audiences. And then we literally have so much behind the scenes cut footage, like ridiculous, not like the most probably you've ever seen on any movie. And so then we hope to put out a home entertainment version after that also gives people all that stuff, including strangers that were originally in this story that were new that you never saw, and tons of fun things like that. So we have a super cut to your question, and you watch the movie straight through. That's the marathon, and it's not much longer than watching Avatar or a Marvel movie, so it's not that bad.
There you go. Sorry, guys. I know we're supposed to talk about The Strangers Chapter 3, but we mostly did here.
No, this is all about The Strangers Chapter 3, because what I will tell you is there's like one scene that's about 8 minutes in this movie that brings you right back to the absolute, in a different way, sort of mouth open shock and sort of true fear of these type of people that you saw in the original chapter, but it's completely original, but brings you in like you're a spectator basically watching a murder, a real one.
So it
So there's
definitely,
good stuff to look forward to in this. There's a lot of kills. The slasher aspect is back. There's a lot of the things that people, what I would say is, look, maybe we screwed up along the way and we all misunderstood each other, but the sort of the one I think they were waiting for, and I'm not saying that because I'm marketing it. The truth is like, it would be like really sad if you missed the best one in the theater, because you were pissed off at the previous one.
honestly, and I'm just gonna say this. Honestly, one of the big things I'm seeing right now is the variation in the humanization of a lot of the characters, a lot of the villains, which I find very interesting. Is that is not the disrespect of the second one, and I totally understand where you're coming from, but the humanization of the murderer, which is interesting. It's definitely because you kind of gave, as you said, you kind of gave some backstory, and it kind of made them feel a little bit more human,
Well, and I think what you see them, look, the thing is, everybody was like, I don't want to know who the strangers are. There was a lot of comments about that, but I'll just say this, it was scary that 3 people with masks came in, terrorized these people and then killed them in the original strangers. That was, and we never knew who it was. We never saw their faces. But what really made them scary to me, and to the direction, your first question, is also that they are real people. They do live amongst us. If you had gone and, had, a drink with, Jeffrey Dahmer, or if you had gone and gone, God forbid, on a date with Ted Bundy. Okay. But by the way, Ted Bundy at the time was a good looking, affable guy that knew how to present himself. And if you'd gone on the date, you probably never would have known that that guy was the monster he was. And Bundy, obviously, none of these people knew that he was the monster he was because he kept getting away with it so many times. They appeared outwardly as normal people, and yet we know what they actually were. And that's what these people are. In the end, these people are serial killers, and these people are people, even though they're wearing the mask, that are going out and randomly picking victims and just killing them. So I don't think they're any less scary that we know a teeny bit about where they started that, and get to learn a little bit more about that, and see a little bit more about them. I don't think that makes them any less scary because they live among us.
That's true. I will say this. I just to tag in, I had a friend whose grandmother dated Ted Bundy. So just saying.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Court, she's still, she's still alive though. So to your point.
Well, no, I was. So have you actually gotten the download as to what that date was?
No, it was one of those very passing statements. They went out for a drink or something. It wasn't that bad.
I went for a drink with Ted Bundy. Yeah. Hey, I did that. And I'm here to talk about it.
She was born. There was a way she was born, right?
Wow, that is cool. I mean, that is a cool story.
Thank you. Courtney, thank you so much for your time today. The Strangers Chapter 3 is coming out this week as of this recording, February 6th, with tickets available right now. Thank you, sir, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Nice to speak to you.
Oh, thanks. I've heard about you too, but I didn't know that nerds rule the world. But that's kind of cool.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you.
Awesome. Kuya nerds rule the world. Hello. Yes, they do.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I gotta.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
And I love what you do, and I love nerds, and you know, I think we're all nerds at heart. But anyway,
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian. Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
Absolutely.
And you're right, nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Love you, nerds, dude. Get it.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about like everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
Or are you, or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? True nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.
Nerds do be ruling the world.
Hey, let's go. Swang Who in the building. All right, there's a cut.